Welcome back to Cowboys News TV, where we bring you the latest updates and insights on everything Dallas Cowboys. Today, we're breaking down the devastating 47-9 blowout loss to the Detroit Lions, marking the Cowboys' fourth straight home loss. Stay tuned as we dive into what went wrong for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys in this brutal game, and how this impacts their season moving forward. Hey Cowboys Nation, if you're new here or a returning viewer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We're on the road to 12,000 subscribers, and your support is crucial for us to continue bringing you top-notch Cowboys content. Let's keep this community growing, so smash that subscribe button and let's get into it. This one hurt. The Cowboys were completely outclassed on their home turf by the Detroit Lions, suffering a crushing 47-9 defeat. It was a complete breakdown in all phases of the game, and unfortunately, it was a continuation of the troubling trend we've seen this season. Dak Prescott had a tough outing, throwing for just 178 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. In fact, it's the third game this season where Dak has thrown 2 picks. He's been under constant pressure, getting sacked 4 times, and was eventually pulled in the fourth quarter. This brings up an important question for all of you. What do you think is the biggest reason for Dak's struggles this season? Is it the offensive line? His decision-making? Or something else? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to vote in our poll to share your opinion. This was more than just a regular game for the Detroit Lions. It was a revenge matchup after losing to the Cowboys last season in a heartbreaker, where a procedural penalty erased their chance at a game-winning 2-point conversion. And boy, did they come to play this time around. Jared Goff was lights out, completing 18 of 25 passes for 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Cowboys' defense had no answer for him, but it wasn't just through the air that the Lions dominated. Detroit's ground game was equally impressive, racking up 184 yards and 2 scores. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs were simply unstoppable. Montgomery's physicality set the tone early, especially on his first touchdown, where he dragged a Cowboys defender into the end zone. That's the kind of hard-nosed football the Cowboys just couldn't match. Here's a question for you. Do you think Dallas can fix their run defense after allowing 184 yards? What changes do you think Mike McCarthy and the defense need to make? Share your thoughts below. The Cowboys have now lost 4 straight games at home, dating back to last postseason. After going 8-0 at home during the regular season last year, this collapse has been shocking. And it's not just about losing, it's how they're losing. In these last 4 home games, the Cowboys have been outscored 110-35 in the first half. Let that sink in. This team is coming out flat, and they're not showing the fight or the energy we saw last season. What's going on with this team? Is it coaching? Is it the players not performing up to expectations? Let us know in the comments if you think the Cowboys can turn things around after their bye week. Of course, after a loss like this, the speculation about head coach Mike McCarthy's job security began swirling. But in typical Jerry Jones fashion, he was quick to shut down any rumors about making a coaching change. When asked about it after the game, Jerry said, "I haven't even considered that." Now, Cowboys fans, we've been here before. We know Jerry is fiercely loyal, but do you think McCarthy should be on the hot seat after this start to the season? Would a coaching change even help at this point, or is the problem deeper than that? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to vote in our poll on whether McCarthy's time in Dallas should come to an end. We need to talk about Dak. This season, especially at home, has been a tough one for him. He's only thrown 3 touchdowns in 3 home games, but has thrown 4 interceptions. He's not looked comfortable in the pocket, and it's starting to show in the results. We saw it again on Sunday. 2 more interceptions, little protection from the offensive line, and eventually, Dak was pulled from the game. It's becoming a recurring issue, and the Cowboys need their star quarterback to step up if they're going to salvage this season. Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Is it time to start questioning Dak Prescott's ability to lead this team, or is it more about the supporting cast around him? We want to know what you think, so drop your comments below. The Cowboys now head into their bye week, sitting at 3-3 and with plenty of questions surrounding this team. Their next matchup will be against the San Francisco 49ers on October 27th, and after what we've seen, there's a lot of concern about how this team will perform coming off a break. Will the bye week help this team reset, or will we see the same issues plague them again? Can the Cowboys coaching staff make the necessary adjustments to turn things around? We want to know your thoughts. How do you think the Cowboys will fare against the 49ers after their bye week? Make your predictions in the comments section. Let's start with the most painful reality. Home games aren't feeling like home anymore for the Cowboys. Sunday's loss to the Lions wasn't just a blowout, it was a historic beatdown. A 47-9 thrashing that took place on Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday, no less. Ouch. And if you think the Cowboys' home struggles are a recent thing, think again. This nightmare has been going on for a while. Going back to last postseason, the Cowboys have lost 4 straight at home. That's right, 4 straight losses in a place they were once unbeatable. What do you think is the biggest factor behind these home losses? Is it the coaching, the players, or just bad luck? Let us know in the comments below. Of course, Jerry Jones was asked about the loss, and he didn't hold back. He called it very concerning and very humbling. And honestly, who can blame him? Watching the Lions have a field day at your expense has to sting. Jerry said it felt like Detroit was having fun at the Cowboys' expense. And you know what? He's right. Detroit was running trick plays like a flea flicker, which ended in a 52-yard touchdown from Jared Goff to Sam Laporta. It was almost like the Lions were toying with the Cowboys at this point. But don't let the score fool you, this wasn't all fun and games for Detroit either. They lost their star pass rusher, Aiden Hutchinson, to a serious leg injury in the second half. Let's talk about the defense, or rather, the lack of it. Yes, the Cowboys were without some key pieces like Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Darren Bland. But even with those guys out, giving up 492 yards is unacceptable. Jared Goff shredded the Cowboys' defense for 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. The run defense wasn't any better, allowing David Montgomery to rush for 80 yards and 2 scores. It was a complete dismantling. Here's the question for you, is this defense too reliant on a few star players, or is there something more fundamentally wrong? I want to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and join the conversation. On the offensive side of the ball, things weren't much better. Dak Prescott threw for just 177 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Detroit's safety Brian Branch snagged both of those picks, making it yet another forgettable performance for Dak. This isn't the first time Dak has struggled this season, especially at home. The offensive line hasn't been great, but at some point, you've got to wonder, is Dak playing with the confidence and decision-making he needs to be successful? What do you think? Is Dak Prescott still the right guy to lead this team, or is it time to start looking at other options? Let's hear your take in the comments. This wasn't the first time we've seen the Cowboys fall apart this season. In Week 3, they were down 28-6 to the Baltimore Ravens before making a late push that fell short in a 28-25 loss. In Week 2, they were completely outclassed by the New Orleans Saints, giving up touchdowns on the Saints' first 6 drives. And let's not forget the playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers, where the defense allowed touchdowns on 5 straight possessions, resulting in a 48-32 beatdown. The pattern is clear. The Cowboys aren't just losing, they're getting embarrassed. Cowboys Nation, what do you think is the root cause of these collapses? Is it a lack of leadership? Poor preparation? Or something else? Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments and vote in our poll. Sunday's game marked a new low for the offense. For the first time this season, the Cowboys couldn't even score a touchdown. Whether it was Dak's struggles, the offensive line's breakdowns, or the lack of a consistent running game, it was a complete disaster on that side of the ball. And the Lions? They made sure to extract some revenge for last season's controversial loss, where a would-be touchdown was erased due to a technicality. Jared Goff played lights out, and Detroit's ground game pounded the Cowboys' defense into submission. Do you think this offense can rebound after the bye week? What adjustments would you like to see them make? Comment below and let's discuss. Here's some good news, Cowboys fans. We won't lose next week because we have a bye in Week 7. After that, we don't play at home again until Week 10. That gives this team some time to regroup, but will it be enough? They'll need to take a hard look in the mirror and figure out how to get things back on track. Looking ahead, the Cowboys will face the San Francisco 49ers on October 27th, and if things don't change fast, it could be another rough outing for America's team. What do you think? Can the Cowboys bounce back after the bye week, or are we in for more of the same? Let's hear your predictions in the comments. That's a wrap for today's video, Cowboys Nation. This loss to the Lions was hard to stomach, but we're not going anywhere. We'll continue to bring you the latest updates, analysis, and insights, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. We're on the road to 12,000 subscribers, and with your support, we'll get there in no time. And as always, we want to hear from you. Drop your comments below, answer our poll questions, and let's keep the conversation going. We appreciate every single one of you in the Cowboys News TV community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Go Cowboys!